We're going to start off with two pieces of clay. I have a piece of black with gold foil crackled left over, so I'm going to use that, and a piece of black. They're both rolled out on the number 3 on my pasta machine. And what we need are 2 half circles. So we're going to do a little bit more than half of a circle. So we're going to cut that one out on this side. And we're going to cut one out about the same size on this side. Now what I want are 2 arches. So we're going to, that didn't come out very well, hold on. We're going to cut the centers out on these. There we go. Got a little crumbs and stuff off. It didn't cut very well. There's that one and that one. So we want 2 arches basically. So we're going to cut one out of this one. And one out of this one. Just like that. We're going to clean up those edges a bit so I can get my blade here. Pick this up. Finish cleaning these up. And the inside. Just clean them up. And the same thing with this one. I don't want them quite that big, so we're going to cut a little bit off of here and a little bit off of here. They don't have to be perfect. What we want to do is we're going to overlap them. Let me clean off my tile a bit. Here we go. So we want one going in one direction and another one going in the opposite direction. Now, I don't like the fact that they're not flat. So what I want to do is I want to cut the pieces out where they're going to, so they could lay flat. So we'll take that one out. Just like that. Bring that in further. I'll do the same thing on this side. Just like that. Clean up this a little bit better. What did I do with my glasses? Ah, there they are. Helps if I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to bring this a little bit closer to this side, right up against the edge, and then we'll bring this one right up against the edge, just like that. Right there. Cool. Let's see if we can't clean up this middle part a little bit. Now I don't want it to be just flat black like that. So I'm going to take my needle tool here and I'm just going to put some lines in it just so that it's a little more interesting. I think we are going to put a little bit of something on there. Maybe some of this Silver Spark, the metallic Lestal for deco art. It's called Silver Spark. And we just put this on with our fingers just to get the top a little bit. Little contrast between the gold and the black. Not a whole lot. There we go. That looks good. Okay. So the stone I'm going to use is one that I made a little while back, as soon as I can find it. And it's a blue stone, and I like it to be a little off center. So I'm not sure if I want it, which way I want it. I think maybe right there. Think about there. Now, this is baked and this is not baked, so I'm going to need to put some Bacon Bond on here so that it will adhere. So we just put some Bacon Bond on there. We're going to spread it all around just to make sure that that sticks. And I think I wanted that just about like that. Now we're going to put this in the oven for about 20 minutes just so everything sets and it doesn't move around on me anymore. And I will be right back. Okay, so while that's in the oven, I textured a piece of black clay and I rolled it out in a number 3 on my pasta machine, but I doubled it because I'm not going to put a backing on these. It's going to be just one more bake. And I want to find a blue that's going to go with the pieces. This is another piece of that stone I'm going to use. And I want to see if I can get something to match that. So I will be right back. So I found the blue I want to use, and it's very shiny mica powder. This is from a nail kit. This is for nails, but I'm going to use it anyway. Whatever you find that you like that you want to use, just go ahead and use it. So we're just going to lightly cover this, just the raised parts. That's probably more than I need, but we'll do it anyway. Here we go. You want to make sure that's down there good. And then we're going to take the larger of the circles and cut out our circle. And that's going to be our bottom. It's going to look nice with that blue and the stone. Okay, so we're just waiting for the other pieces to come out of the oven, and then we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. And while I was off camera, I finished putting the blue on the clay on the front, on the back, and on the sides, and smoothed everything out on the edges. And here is our piece out of the oven and cooled. And this is going to go on top of here, like so. I'll bring you in closer so you can see that. Just like that. Now this stone, I did have UV resin on it. And the nice thing about the UV resin is that you can bake it afterwards. Whereas the 2-part resin, you cannot because it will curl up on you. So we're going to put some Bacon Bond on this. and put it back in the oven for a full half hour. So we put the bacon bond on here so it sticks and everything will be nice. And put that right on there and right about there. Press it down so it stays. And we're going to put that back into the oven. And we will be back. Okay, so here is the piece out of the oven. And we have the front and the back, and I'm going to put a bail on it. I think this is the way I want it to be. I'd like it to be a little off center. So I have a glue-on bail, and we're going to put some E6000 on it. On the side. I want it to go. And I don't want the bail to show, so I'm going to put it down a little bit low, like right about there. But I want it even with the point of the stone. So we're just going to leave that to dry and harden, and then we're going to resin the piece, and it'll be all done. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, so now it's ready to get resin. So I have it laying off the side so it stays flat. I have the bail hanging off the edge a little bit. So we're going to just put some more resin on everything. And I bumped my camera, I'm sorry. And I use a brush with my resin. I just feel like I have better control over where everything's going. Oops, sorry, I bumped it again. Okay, so that's the front. I'll do the back afterwards and the sides. And I'll put this under the UV lamp. Usually it takes me about 10 minutes for it to get really hard, but I guess it depends on what kind of UV lamp you're using. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to hit it with the torch, make sure we don't have any bubbles. Don't want to burn it. And just check it. Now, if you see any bubbles that the torch didn't get out, you can use a needle tool to just kind of push them off the edge. And that works pretty good too. And that looks pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and pop that under the UV lamp, and we'll be right back. Okay, so here is the finished piece. This is the way it's going to go. All done, front and back. Completely done. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.